A soft, melancholic piano melody begins, overlaid with the gentle sound of waves. A breathy, slightly accented voice begins to speak. Honestly, darling, it's just exhausting, isn't it? The sheer presumption of places. You see, back home in Riga, where the cobblestones remember centuries, we understood things had to be earned. Beauty, comfort, even a decent cup of tea. It wasn't tea simply given. But oh, this world it is so quick to offer illusions, isn't it? To dangle promises of paradise and then you arrive. And it is just not. I needed a place, you see. A haven, really. A little pause button in the chaos of existence. Colombo was supposed to be shimmering, exotic, a balm for the soul. My family, they insisted on a 3-star establishment. Practical Anya, they said, don't be frivolous. As if practicality equates to happiness. Honestly, it's like they think joy grows on sensible shoes. I should have known better. I always know better deep down. It's this trusting part of me always seeking the good. And so I found myself rather foolishly approaching the Berjaya Hotel Colombo. It looked promising from a distance. A sliver of glass and concrete against the sky. A beautiful vista, I will admit. They do have a view. Like a postcard, really? A pretty lie. The kind you buy for someone you don't particularly care for. But it doesn't change the fact that pretty things often hide unpleasant realities. I felt a little shiver, it is always a sign. I was assigned to room 220. It reeked, you see, not of cleanliness or of exotic flowers as one might expect in a tropical locale, no. It smelled of stagnation, of time curdling. It was a scent that clung to the back of your throat, a musty odor of neglect. It's like old furniture sat there for decades without ever being breathed on. A room that hasn't known sunlight in years. One can almost taste the mold, darling, and that is where it begins, doesn't it? The assault on the senses. A good hotel understands the psychology of scent. It knows lavender calms, citrus invigorates. This was hostile. And the walls, oh, the walls, pale, stained, whispering of countless disappointments. The furniture was ancient, covered in a fabric that felt rough and sad. I ran my hand over a chair, and a tiny puff of dust erupted like a ghostly sigh. It's like someone abandoned their home and simply left. Think about it, imagine leaving your life behind like a forgotten melody. It's devastating, isn't it? I wandered into the bathroom. The horror, moss growing in the corners. Like a miniature jungle thriving in filth. I haven't seen moss outside a botanical garden since I was a child. The shower head dripped constantly. Drip, drip, drip. A relentless metronome marking the passage of despair. No toothbrush, no toothpaste. Such basic necessities. It is an act of disrespect. To assume a guest wouldn't require such fundamental items. It is as if they were saying, we don't particularly want you here, but we take your money anyway. I tried other rooms, you see, driven by a desperate hope that perhaps, just perhaps, 220 was an anomaly, a fluke, a cruel joke played by the universe. But no, they all smelled the same. A faint, pervasive odor of decay, every single one. It was like wandering through the mausoleum of forgotten dreams, each room a testament to a lack of care. I could feel the weight of it settling on my soul, a leaden blanket of disappointment. It is not just about the smell, darling, it is about what that smell represents. It is a physical manifestation of apathy. And then the air conditioning. A tragedy, truly, it wasn't cooling the room. It was aggressively chilling the dining table. Can you imagine? A cold meal in a sweltering room, a cruel joke played by the laws of
The reality of businesses near Berjaya Hotel Colombo. The businesses near Berjaya Hotel Colombo are, to put it gently, a masterclass in disappointment. If you were expecting charm, efficiency, or even basic competence, prepare yourself. This is not that kind of neighborhood. Let's start with shopping and dining. The malls here have all the warmth of a tax audit. Marino Mall, for example, is less a retail paradise and more a labyrinth of frustration. The parking is a nightmare. Security guards stand around like confused statues while cars fight for space like it's the last lifeboat on the Titanic. Inside, the shops range from forgettable to outright hostile. One toy store employee was so rude, you'd think he was paid to scare children. And don't even think about giving your phone number to a restaurant, unless you enjoy waking up to spam texts about cheesecakes that taste like cardboard. Then there's LOON TAO, a restaurant that seems to operate on the principle of maximum inconvenience. Reservations, sure, they'll take them, But once you arrive, it's a gamble. Will your food arrive? Will it match the menu? Will they try to charge you for things you never ordered? The staff's solution to billing disputes, turning off the lights while you're still inside. Classy. If you're craving coffee, White Co Cafe might tempt you until you realize their flat white is now just a sad, single-shot insult. And if you dare question the prices, like paying 990 rupees for a 90 rupee water bottle, well, good luck. The staff's reaction suggests they've confused customer service with silent treatment. Now, spas and relaxation. Siddhalepa Clinic promises Ayurvedic bliss, but delivers something closer to amateur hour. The massages, imagine someone absent-mindedly rubbing your back while thinking about their grocery list. The rooms, stuffy, outdated, and occasionally featuring a masseuse who clears their throat every 5 seconds like a broken metronome. For the price, you'd expect transcendence. Instead, you get a nap with interruptions. Nightlife here is its own special tragedy. Rhythm and Blues RB treats its bouncers like royalty, rude, power-tripping royalty. They'll turn you away for arbitrary reasons, overcharge you at the door, and then serve drinks so watered down, you'll wonder if the ice cubes are the main ingredient. The DJ plays like they've never met a coherent playlist, and if you complain, the staff acts like you've insulted their ancestors. Even the PR Concept Store, which should be a harmless souvenir stop, greets you with suspicion. No photos allowed, because apparently their trinkets are state secrets. The staff's attitude suggests they'd rather you just leave. And then there's Botanik Rooftop Bistro Bar, where the view is the only thing not diluted. The cocktails, more like expensive fruit juice with a whisper of alcohol. The bouncers, they'll decide if you're worthy based on vibes only they understand. So, what's the verdict? If you're staying near Berjaya Hotel Colombo, brace yourself. The businesses here treat customers as obstacles, not guests. Overpriced, underwhelming, and occasionally hostile, this is not a place where hospitality thrives. The mystery is not if you'll have a bad experience, but which kind of bad experience you'll have. Will it be the scammy billing, the apathetic service, the existential dread of a massage that does nothing? Pack your patience, or better yet, venture further out. Your sanity will thank you.
Okay, so I was looking into things happening around the Berjaya Hotel Colombo, you know. It's depressing, honestly. It's not the hotel itself, it seems okay, but the businesses nearby, they kinda tricky. Businesses around there, they often try to get extra money from tourists, especially with temples. I heard a story about someone going to a Buddhist temple not far from the Berjaya Hotel Colombo and being charged to get in. Can you believe it? A temple, it should be free. They saw chained elephants, which is already awful, and then had to pay to see it. Probably that person felt super guilty afterwards, you know, like they funded something bad. And the people asking for money, they likely just pocketed it and did it again to the next tourist. It's just sad. Then there's this thing with restaurants. Apparently, people stand outside popular restaurants near where people staying at the Berjaya Hotel Colombo might walk and tell you they're closed. They then try to send you to another place, a place they get a kickback from. Seriously, why would you do that? The tourist probably ended up having a terrible meal and felt so used. The guy doing it probably went home and counted his money, feeling clever, but he's probably doing it all the time, right? And tuk-tuks, oh my god, the tuk-tuks. Businesses near the Berjaya Hotel Colombo have drivers hanging around, and they massively overcharge tourists. A 2-minute ride costing way more than an Uber. The tourist probably argued, maybe paid a bit less but still felt ripped off. And the driver, they probably do the same to the next person, thinking, oh, another clueless tourist. It gets worse. There's laundry services. They quote you one price, then when you pick up your clothes, it's doubled. Oh, that was per kilo, they say. A person got quoted 2,000 LKR for 2 kilos and they tried to charge 4,000. The tourist probably had to yell and threaten to go to the police to get the original price. The shop owner, though, they'll just wait for the next unsuspecting tourist. There are even fake ticket booths near attractions. Can you even imagine? Near where people are excited to visit something, someone is scamming them for money. Someone likely went to the actual attraction to find their ticket wasn't valid and felt so foolish. And the scammer, they're already planning how to scam the next person. And honestly, a lot of shops around there work with